Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I do have a series playthrough sort of thing happening on stream with this game. I've literally just started it. Ubisoft were nice enough to give me a key, but in this video I'm going to give you some tips. These aren't really going to be for the player that has experience within the Assassin's Creed franchise. I haven't played too many of the games. I jumped into this one, and the very first tip is to make sure that you are just climbing everywhere. That's one of the big mechanics in the game. It follows the Assassin's Creed franchise, but I never really paid attention because I don't see this game as an Assassin's Creed. It's so different to the first few games in the series. So I weren't really thinking, and I don't have too much experience. So some of these tips are thanks to people in the stream chat. They were incredibly helpful whilst I was playing. But make sure you are climbing everywhere. Next up is to make sure that you are looking for plants that you can harvest. You're looking for animals that you can hunt. Just because when you start getting low on health, you need to use a ration to kind of regenerate. You're basically eating some food and it's going to help you regenerate your health. It'll basically put you back up to full, or that's from my experience anyway. It's so important to have these rations, so just make sure you're roaming around. There's a lot of exploration in this game, so make sure to roam around, pick up the plants and stuff that you can, hunt down animals, and get yourself some rations, because they could be the difference between life and death. Then next up is to make sure that you are exploring, because there are a lot of different things available. On PC, if you hold down V, you get Odin's Sight, so it basically scans the area. It's going to make some enemies glow red and stuff. But if you press V instead of holding it, you go into Eagle Eye. You basically use your crow, and you can sort of scout upcoming areas that you're going to be exploring. You can look around and you can place markers. If you're, for example, hovering over a building, then you can hold down your right mouse button and you can go into a stationary mode, so you can just sit still in the air and you can scout exactly where you want to. So it's incredibly helpful for recon. You can place markers. You can also find all of the mysteries, the wealth sort of things. And there is a lot to the crow, so make sure you are using it. It will give you a big advantage in some of the areas of the game. Next up is to make sure that you utilize the sync points. If you look at the map, you will see that you have some eagles that are pinpointed as little icons, and you go to those. A lot of the time, the two that I've discovered so far, you have to do some climbing. But once you synchronize with those points, it's going to unlock, uncover part of the map where you are. And it also unlocks fast travel points. You can fast travel to and from these different sync points. So they are also incredibly helpful. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you have the ability to either run a shield and a weapon, two weapons, in terms of melee, because you get a bow as well. But make sure that you learn how to dodge as well as using both of your weapons. For an example, if you have two axes, like I did towards the end of my first stream for the game, then make sure you are using your left mouse button and Q, because Q is going to do this double axe attack, and it's crazy. But if you have shield and axe, then your left mouse button will be attacking with the axe, and Q will be to block with your shield. But then dodging is also going to come in incredibly helpful, because if you don't have a shield and you're running two axes, then you can't really block. You're just all-out attack. So make sure you're using Alt to try and dodge the enemy's attacks, because the enemies do hit quite hard. Obviously, it depends on your difficulty and stuff, but it's just a basic survival sort of tip. And that is pretty much it, because as I said, I'm not too far into the game. I played for around 2 hours at the moment, but I will be sure to make another video and give you guys more tips when I find out more about the game for myself. And on that note, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments as always. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.